guys doing? Say hi if you come on, say hi. Comment hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Alrighty. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Alrighty. Today we are having creamy Cajun garlic butter chicken bow tie with mozzarella. Creamy Cajun garlic butter chicken bow tie with mozzarella. So I'm going to tell you the ingredients and then we will go from there, okay? So the ingredients will be 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast cut into 1-inch pieces. I already cut them up. They're on here on the cutting board. Okay? 1 pound of bow tie pasta. 1 box. I took out a second box just in case I just want a little extra. Okay? 4 tablespoons of butter. Okay, 4 tablespoons of butter. I took most stuff out, but I got to pull some stuff out the refrigerator. I just wanted the cold stuff last. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Or avocado oil or whatever you have. 4 cloves of garlic minced out the jar, garlic, or fresh garlic. It doesn't matter. 2 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and onion powder. 1 teaspoon each. Okay? Now, I might measure, but I might not. I might just sprinkle. That's how I do. But I just give the measurements in case, you know, you're that type of person. And half a teaspoon, there's 3 of them, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, Italian herb blend, and salt. And 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. 1 cup of heavy cream, half a cup of chicken broth, 4 ounces of cream cheese softened, 8 ounces of mozzarella cheese shredded, and 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese, and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Okay? And I will let you know the measurements as I use it, okay? So I cut up 3 chicken breasts. 1 was big, 1 was a medium, and 1 was small. So I don't know if that equals 1 pound, but that's what it says. 1 pound skinless, boneless chicken breast cut into 1-inch pieces. And I have mine cut into 1-inch pieces, okay? And 1 pound of bow tie pasta. Because they want us to cook it and then cook the chicken. But what I'm going to do is, once I get the chicken seasoned, I'm going to go ahead and cook the chicken while the water is coming to a boil. Okay? Alright. So we're going to start with the directions, and it will be the first step will be to cook the bow tie pasta according to package directions until al dente, drain and set aside. Okay? So they want you to cook the pasta till al dente according to package directions, set aside. But I'm going to cook it while the chicken's cooking. So then it says, while the pasta is cooking, season the chicken pieces with Cajun seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, Italian herbs, salt and pepper. All the seasonings I had listed. Okay? We're going to season the chicken with that. I'm going to put on a glove because I already washed my hands. Then I'm going to move them around. And we are going to in a large skillet, we're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter with 2 tablespoons of olive oil over medium-high heat. And once we do that, we're going to add the seasoned chicken and cook until golden brown and cook through about 5 to 7 minutes. And then we're going to remove the chicken from the skillet and set aside. Okay? Remove the chicken and set aside. That's as far as I'm going to read. Okay? So I'll kind of reiterate what I'm doing. Okay? This is going to be my tablespoon for right now. So let's take out the butter. Okay. So let's season this chicken. Alrighty. And before I get my hands all dirty, I'm going to go ahead and open the seasoning so I don't have a problem. Okay, and I'll just grab the salt and pepper. Okay, so we want to start with the salt and pepper. Okay, and for the I'll just show you each one. Okay, so usually I do things the way it's listed, but I like to put salt and pepper on first, so I will go ahead and salt this. Okay, so the salt and pepper, the salt is half a teaspoon and the pepper is 1/4. Though I'm not measuring, so that's up to you guys. Okay. All right, so then for the onion powder and garlic powder, they're 1 teaspoon each. 1 teaspoon each. Okay, you may make a mess and get some seasoning on your counter. It's okay. Clean it up afterwards. It's okay. This is the pine garlic. I don't know about it, but okay. So there we go. Now we're going to put some Cajun seasoning. That's 2 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning. Now I got the one with the no salt. Because the recipe asked for it a while back. And I just bought it. And I ran out of the one that had the salt. But we're adding salt and pepper. So, and if I need a Cajun seasoning with some salt, I'll just add a little bit of salt. Okay? But if there's already salt in the recipe, then it ain't going to hurt. And you don't really... I don't know if it has it. I don't know. Yes, it does because it says no salt. Okay, 2 tablespoons of this stuff if you want to measure. Because I used to measure all my seasonings. I don't do it as much anymore. My son never did. So if you would like to measure, it's up to you. Okay, there we go. Then we got the smoked paprika. Half a teaspoon. Now you can put this in on any order you want. Trying to get it. Alright, it wasn't coming out right. Alright. So that. And then the Italian seasoning. It says Italian herb blend, but Italian seasoning. That is half a teaspoon as well. I'm gonna eventually have to get some more. I'm almost out of it. I love Italian seasoning as well. Let's get that up on there. All right, so we are going to mix that up. Mixy, mixy. There's a lady I watch. She says, mixy, mixy. Let's get this. All right. Okay. So we got that. So let's take this off. Okay. Now, in a large skillet, we're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter and with 2 tablespoons of olive oil on medium high. Okay? Medium high. Okay? Now normally I don't measure the olive oil, I'll just pour it in the pan. But since I already have a spoon I use, I'll go ahead. Just a drop or 2 more. Okay? Alright, so let's turn this on medium high. Let the butter get melted. Okay, so let's take out the garlic. Here we go. Call it garlic. Let's take that out. Let's see what else. That's cold. Got the mozzarella. I got the cream cheese out. Got to get the mozzarella cheese, grated Parmesan, lemon juice. Lemon juice, grated Parmesan, mozzarella. We had some that was open and I didn't realize that. Yes, and I just took out a little bit of this in case I want to put that on top. So got the cheese out, we put it over here. Okay, back up. Okay. I gotta empty this trash. Come here. Just giving my dog some cheese. Cheese, please. Sit down, Brownie. Oh, this cheese is sticking to the stupid thing. All right, both of you sit down. Sit down, Brownie. Good girl. All right, Kate just gave me some cheese. Okay. Now I'm just going to use this to stir the chicken. Probably a whisk to whisk up the sauce, and then the wooden spoon to mix up everything else, okay? So, get this, turn the light on. Okay, so, let me see. All right, here is the Cash App on Facebook, Cash App and Amazon wishlist. I'll try to remember to put it on in the comments afterwards for YouTube, because I can't find the place to comment as of now. I've been trying and I can't find it, okay? I know in the last video I forgot to do it. And I forgot to post a picture on YouTube and Facebook of my last meal, which was Friday. That was... Shoot, what was that? Was that the tostadas? I think they were, but I forgot to take a picture, so... Yeah. So let's see. Alright, there's the Amazon wish list, Facebook. Okay, and I'm going to, subscribe comment has been pinned. So that means my comments are going to work. And I'm going to go ahead and pin to Cash App. Okay, nobody's on thing. Let's see, anybody? Nobody on yet. Okay. Usually I cook around 5 or 5:30, but I wanted to start cooking like around 4 or 4:30 because on the nights that on Mondays and Tuesdays, we usually do Spark, which is go out and make money, and to go out a little earlier, like we usually don't get out until 7 or 8, and then we do it for like 2 hours. So if we did it at 8, it would be till 10 or 7 till 9 or something. And sometimes a little over if you're in the middle of an order, but you don't make as much money that way. You still make some, but like my daughter, she wanted to do it last night, but under my name because she don't have it, and it takes a long time to get hooked up with it. But I was in the car with her, and it made $95, right? And I usually make, one time I made 74 just recently, and that was the most I've made. Then 60 something, and then the rest around 50 or below. So I was like, damn, I can get out a little earlier. And then tomorrow I don't cook, so we'll try to get out around 4 or 5. And just do it about 2 or 3 hours. Because my daughter, we only did 2 trips, okay? But each trip we had to deliver to like 7 or 8 people. No, 6 or 7 people. So, yeah. Each trip you can deliver to just one person or more. So, and the earlier you go, you might get a big Sam's order, or you pick up in the curbside, and the bigger that is, the more you get money with that too. Okay, so let me take that. Okay, let's close up. Close up these seasonings. For a minute there, I was like, what is all this stuff? Somebody didn't clean after themselves. Then I just remembered, I said, oh, it's probably just the seasonings I sprinkled. Then at the end, I'll wipe this whole counter down with a wet rag. I'm just using my paper towel right now. Okay? Just sure it's hot because it's not making any kind of sizzling sound. Oh, let's get the pasta turned on. Okay, it's turned on. It's turned on. Let's get some salt in it. And then I'll put some oil in it in a moment. Okay, anybody? Nope, nope, nobody yet. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to cook the bow tie. Now, put in the package directions till al dente. 1 package, 1 pound, 16 ounces. Wait. Yeah, 1 pound is 16 ounces. And some of these Walmart come in 12 ounces, like the bow tie. Most of them come in 16 ounces, but some come in 12 ounces only. So I'm definitely going to have to put 4 ounces more. And if I put 2 ounces more after that, so if I do 6 ounces, that will be about 18 ounces. It'll be about half the box, so I'll do that. I'll do that. Okay, then drain it and just leave it there until I'm ready for it. Okay? So, yes, we needed 4 tablespoons of butter. Oh, so I'm going to have to pull the butter out again because I only used 2 tablespoons. So right now, that's what it called for. So there's going to be 2 tablespoons of butter for something else. Okay? And 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay? And then the 1 pound of skinless, boneless chicken breast, diced up into, pieces. Okay? And while the pasta is cooking, season the chicken pieces with Cajun seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, Italian herb blend, salt and pepper in a large skillet. So you can just go back to the beginning and see the amount, okay? So, and then in a large skillet, you're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of olive oil over medium-high heat. And then when that's done, when the butter's melted and all warmed up, you're going to add the seasoned chicken and cook until golden brown and cook through about 5 to 7 minutes. I don't know how long it's been, but I'll cook until I know it's ready. Okay? When that's done, we're going to remove the chicken from the skillet and we're going to set it aside. So I'm going to remove it and put it in a bowl. Okay? And then we're going to start on the sauce. Okay? And we're going to use the same skillet. Oh, this is where we're going to melt the remaining 2 tablespoons of butter over medium heat. Add the minced garlic and cook until fragrant, about 1 minute. Then we pour the heavy cream and so forth. Oh, and the chicken broth. So I'm going to get out a can. It says half a cup, and this can, chicken broth, just a can, is usually 1 3/4. So if I take half out, half a cup, that'll leave you with 1 1/4 cups. So I may save that. You put it in a Ziploc bag, then you lay it flat in the freezer, and then use it when you're ready. But what I always do before I put it in there, I make sure I put how much chicken broth is left, or beef broth, whatever. So I know it's going to be 1 1/4, but I'll still pour it in the measuring cup that I'm going to use now, just to double check. And if you don't know, you can pour it in there. Yeah. Same thing when you use that big one if you don't use it all. The only time I use the big 32 ounces, which I buy 2 at a time, is when I'm going to need more than what the can holds. And a lot of times it is. Okay? So Sometimes I need all 4 cups plus a little more, so I'll use the big 32 ounce and a can. So I get 2 cans and 2 32 ounces of chicken broth and beef broth and have that on hand. Yep. So this is almost done. So for the heavy cream, we're going to need 1 cup. 1 cup. I've had this for a moment, but before I went shopping last Thursday or Friday, I made sure I checked the date, and the date is April 9th of 26. So we're good. Okay. So 1 cup. And then I'll do the half a cup of chicken broth in the same measuring cup. Okay. So when I'm ready for this, put it over here. Okay, how long we've been on here? 26 minutes. Alright, just a few more minutes on the chicken and let me rinse this cutting board because I need everything out the way so when pasta is ready, I can drain it. I'm getting all the stuff off of here. The sponge had soap on it, so I was like, I might as well clean it. And this is hot water. And I got a couple of other recipes that are going to be kind of like this, but not quite. So, so that's taken care of. Anybody else? Nobody has come on yet. Okay, so let's stir this again. Let's see, let's try one. And I'm going to take the butter out again, and I'm going to use that same spoon, but no. Going to need 3 tablespoons. Alright, should be done. Let's just get this chicken out. That's good. See? See the chicken? Okay. Now, let's see if it says turn it down or over medium heat. Yes, it does. So, we're going to use the same spoon. let that. And then we're going to add the minced garlic and cook it till fragrant about 1 minute. So the garlic is 4 cloves, which 1 teaspoon of garlic is this is 4 cloves, is 1 teaspoon is 1 fresh clove, okay? I've heard that plenty of times, and it also says it on the bottle usually. 1 teaspoon equals 1 clove, yes. There is a little bit of liquid in here from the chicken, just a little bit. So that's okay. So let's do this. Just mix it up with this. About a minute. I don't need to time it, I'll just do it about a minute. So let's get a medium size one. Okay, and after a minute we are going to pour in the heavy cream and chicken broth and bring to a simmer. Then we're going to add the softened cream cheese and whisk until smooth. Okay? So let that do its thing while I put the pasta in. Oh yeah, I was talking about using the wooden spoon for the sauce after everything got mixed up, but I totally did forget I'm going to use something to stir the pasta. Okay, so let's opens like that. About half the box. Alright, let's see. How long is this for? Let's see. 12 to 14 minutes. So we will start with 12. Okay. The garlic should be okay now. Let's give it a quick stir. Alright, let's pour in this. Heavy cream. And let's do about half a cup. Okay, so let's mix it all up. It's got like an orange tint and stuff in it because that's from the chicken being in the pan. That had been in the pan. Okay, so let's see. We are going to bring to a simmer. So just a slight bubble, not a full rolling boil, just a slight bubble. And then we're going to add softened cream cheese, and we're going to whisk it until soft, until smooth. And then we're going to reduce the heat to low and stir in the shredded mozzarella cheese and grated Parmesan cheese until melted and the sauce is smooth and creamy. Okay? So, but if you forgot to take out your cream cheese, what would be better to do is open it down the middle, like since you're going to cut an 8 ounce in half because they don't have 4 ounces. You're going to open the middle right here and just cut it like this. In little squares. Okay? This is really soft, so it should soften up and mix in real good. Okay, so just as soon as this simmers, stir in the cream cheese and whisk it until everything is smooth. And then we're going to reduce the heat to low. Okay? Okay, I'm going to turn this down to about 8, just so it doesn't. I'm going to stir so it doesn't stick. Oh, I usually put oil in here. I usually put just the regular vegetable oil that I have, because some baking recipes just call for vegetable oil, but I forgot to, and I don't feel like pulling it out, so I just put in a little bit of my avocado oil. I don't usually, but if it's like this, then yeah. Okay, so let's stir. 9 minutes, so it's only been 3 minutes. Okay. And that's starting to bubble. Let me take out this. But let's rinse this so I can get it out the way. All right, that's done. So we want to add in the cream cheese. That's in there for you. Alright, so let's whisk it. I'm just taking this and I'm just pushing it down and breaking the cream cheese up because it's very soft. Since I took it out. Okay, nobody's come on yet. By now the pasta should be done according to the instructions, but I started the water when I started the chicken. It just like while the pasta's cooking, you want to season your chicken, but I just do it at the same time I'm cooking the chicken. It'll be okay. Because you gotta let the pasta sit if it's this part is not ready. But sometimes I've heard this, you can put a little bit, not a lot, a little bit of oil on the pasta to keep it from sticking together. You know how if you leave it in the strainer for a while and you dump it, it's molding like then you have to break it apart, but because it gets too dry. But that's why I don't like letting pasta sit too much after I strain it. Especially when the chicken takes 5 to 7 minutes, and then you got to do this, and so the pasta will be sitting for a little while. Here it goes. It's almost smooth, few lumps, but you see, it's getting there. Once I put the mozzarella cheese in, then I'll turn the cameras around so y'all can see the sauce, okay? You should see this, Alvin. I don't know if my son. You should see this sauce. It's nice. But yes, that's going on. Let's get 6 minutes for the pasta. And I'll check it because it says 12 to 14. But we want it al dente. So. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. All right, I'm going to put some of these seasonings away that we don't need. Hi, Marion. Hi, me. I didn't see you. I was looking at the bottom to see if anybody's comments were coming up, and nobody's was. So I thought nobody was on here. But I forgot they can come up a little higher. Hi, Shannon. How are you doing? Hi, me. Hi, Shannon. How are you guys doing? Hi, Lokita. How are you doing? How is it going? Alright, time to turn it down on low. So I'll put it on 2. And remember, this is called, go back up, because sometimes it's a long title. Creamy Cajun Garlic Butter Chicken Bow Tie with Mozzarella. Okay? So, alright, now salt and cream cheese has been in there, and whisk until smooth, all right, that's it. Reduce the heat to low, which I did, and stir in the shredded mozzarella cheese and the grated Parmesan cheese until melted and sauce is smooth and creamy. Okay? So, for the mozzarella, 8 ounces of mozzarella cheese. 8 ounces. Oh. 8 ounces is one of the small bags that I have, but I had another bag open, so I was going to just use the whole bag. Let me see. No. This is 8 ounces. This was 16 ounces, so we'll save this for something else. And I'll just open this. Just pour the whole thing in there. Okay, just to open. I already pulled the thing, but it's messing with me. I don't care about the closure thing because I'm going to use the whole thing. It says 8 ounces. So that was the whole thing, 8 ounces. Spread it around. And for the Parmesan cheese, the grated Parmesan cheese, what do I do with it? You want to stir it. And this whole time I'm stirring with the whisk. It's good for sauce. Oh, and Shannon, since you're on here, relaxing, that's good. What have you done about your hearing aids? Did you send it back again? And the last time I think I asked you, I didn't get an answer. How bad is your hearing when you don't have the hearing aids in? Or you're getting them repaired? Can you hardly hear, or can you still hear a little bit? Okay, so what did I do with the Parmesan cheese? Oh, here it is. So how much of that? We need 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to guesstimate, since it's only 2 tablespoons. guesstimating that's 2 tablespoons. So, okay. So mix that in and get this nice and smooth. You don't want to overdo the cheese because then it will make it too thick and it won't be, you see? It said the whole 8-ounce bag, but it looks like this. Turn that off. Make sure I turned it off. Let's move it forward. Okay, that's good. Bam. Okay, so let that drain. Okay, I'm gonna put just a little bit more heavy cream because I think it's too thick. So let's a little more heavy cream because it did say 8 ounces of mozzarella cheese. So I just thought it was too thick. I don't want it so thick. That was still too thick. Let's get this. You can add a little more if you think it's too thick. Okay? Just stir it slowly so it doesn't splash everywhere. I just think it's too. I just think so. Alrighty, I put in the last of the heavy whipping cream. So if I need any more for another meal, I gotta buy some. Alright, let's get this stirred in. Oh, this thing is getting all bent. Okay, now it says stir in cooked pasta and cooked chicken into cheese sauce and make sure the pasta is fully coated. And then we're going to add the lemon juice and stir to combined. Okay? Let me make sure I got all this heavy cream mixed up. Alright. Get it off the whisk. Okay, and then we are going to pour the pasta in there, and we're going to make sure the pasta is covered before I put the chicken in. I'm not going to do both because it's too much. So let's get this mixed up. And it did say 1 cup of heavy cream, right? Yes, it did. But I think it could have gone with a 1.5 cups, maybe. or a little less of the 8-ounce bag of mozzarella cheese, depending. Okay? And if you're vegan or something where you can make this but you just don't eat meat at all, you can always make it like this. Don't even cook chicken or make chicken. Okay? And add some vegetables in it or whatever. Okay, so let's add the chicken in. Filling up the bowl and rinsing the bowl that I had the chicken in, which is got some juices in it. Oh, and sometimes you can add a little bit of pasta water. Not a lot. You want to save some, but I didn't save any. Some recipes save it. Okay. You can add some vegetables in here if you want, like broccoli. You can put it in. Like cook the broccoli and then mix it in, or however you want to do it. Okay. Put this away. Okay. Then we are going to say serve immediately, garnish with extra shredded mozzarella cheese if desired. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. I have this left and I want to use it up, so if we want to garnish it at the end in each bowl with a little bit of this, we can. Okay, let me close this. Okay. I forgot to show you what the pasta looked like. I mean, what the sauce looked like, but I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, guys. Here you go, YouTube. There it is. You can see some of the chicken. See? Here's the chicken. That's a lot, but okay. Alright. Oops. I dropped it. And I forgot to make sure this was turned so you could see the pan. But now this pot's in the way, I know. Alright. Facebook, there you go. Look at that, Shannon. Look at that, the rest of you. The picture looked a little better because it looked like the chicken was a little darker and blah blah. But anyways, so I'm going to get a fork and I'm just going to test it. Okay. And you can garnish this with parsley if you'd like. Okay. Get a piece of chicken. Alright. Alright, guys. See? The chicken is over here. I dropped the That's amazing. That is really amazing. Like seriously. Yeah, I spilled some. But that is really good. This is a must make. It shouldn't take long. It doesn't take long just to cook the chicken and the pasta and make the sauce. I did it in, talking to you guys, I did it in 55 minutes and 30 seconds. But it'll probably be an hour by the time I finish the end. But that's pretty good for me. Usually I'm over an hour when I cook something. Yeah. So Thank you, Shannon. I know it tastes so good. I mean, I wish so much that you were around to taste some of this stuff. I'd invite you to dinner every time I cook. I'll be like, you want some? Come on over. And if you can't stay, we'll put it in a container and you can take it home if you've got something to do. So comment below what you're having for dinner tonight, or if you're just going out to eat, or just having whatever's in the refrigerator or freezer. Okay? And I'm going to end this the way I end all lives. I appreciate each and every one of you that came on Facebook and YouTube. And I appreciate anybody that will come on and watch the replay. I appreciate you guys too. Because I know everybody can't be here, but I wish I had more, but so I appreciate you, Shannon, and me, and let me see, Lokita. I appreciate you all. All right? And stay positive, do your thing, keep working on yourself or your goals. Just watch out for the negative people and just, you know, connect with positive people. And I want you to have a good rest of your evening and a good rest of this full week, new week that has started. And, you know, remember, I'm here for you if you ever need to talk. Just message me on Messenger. All right? And I love you guys. Please share this. Share. So people can see what I'm about. You know, share, comment. If you're, you know, watching the replay, comment, share, like. Well, actually heart it, like love, with the heart. And then comment a few words and share. Comment what you had for dinner, or comment whatever you want, okay? Or how you think I'm doing. All right? All right, so I will talk to you guys later, and I'll see you on, I know I got to get back to my regular lives. I'm really bad at that, but I'll let you know when I do. But I'll be back on Friday for another live, and that will be unstuffed pepper skillet with ground beef, okay? Unstuffed pepper skillet, okay? It's a skillet with stuff you would put in, stuffed peppers, but you're not having a whole pepper that's stuffed, okay? I like whole pepper stuff too, stuffed peppers. But anyways, that will be Friday, just giving you a heads up. All right? Have a good evening. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, Facebook. Bye, YouTube.